Today we're making blueberry muffins. Stay tuned. The ingredients that we're going to be using to make these blueberry muffins are, from left to right, we have flour, we have brown sugar, white sugar, we have the blueberries, baking soda, baking powder, salt, we have a lemon, we have whole milk, sour cream, we have vanilla extract, butter, eggs, and we have butter flavored spray so that we can spray the pans. I'm going to be using a recipe that I found on the internet, and the recipe is from Sally's Baking Addiction. So I'm going to try this recipe out and we're going to go from there. I'm also going to be using muffin tins with the little cups for the muffins to go in, for the batter to go in. I have measuring spoons, measuring cups. I have a cake knife to level the flour off. Have a grater for the lemon. I have a scoop to put the batter into the tins, and I have my mixing bowls. So these are the tools that you will need. These are the ingredients measured out. So I have 2 cups of flour. I have a half a cup of sugar. I have a 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I have a 1/4 of a cup of whole milk, a 1/2 cup of sour cream, zest of a lemon. I have my blueberries. I'll need a teaspoon of the vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and a 1/2 cup of room temperature butter. So these are all the ingredients measured out. I also have an extra, maybe 1/2 cup of flour, and that's to put the blueberries in. If you coat your blueberries in flour before you add it to the wet batter, that keeps them from sinking to the bottom of the muffin cup, the muffin tin when you're baking. The direction says that you should take your dry ingredients and mix them first. So I'm going to mix my 2 cups of flour into this mixing bowl, empty it into the mixing bowl, and then I'm going to put my baking powder, baking soda, and salt in. And then I'm just gonna whisk it around just so everything is incorporated good, distributed throughout the flour. After I'm finished mixing everything together, I'm just gonna set it aside. Now that I have everything mixed together, the flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt mixed together, I'm just going to set it aside so that I can start with my wet ingredients. Now I'm going to mix all of the wet ingredients together. I'm going to start with the butter. And y'all already washed my hands before I got started. I know you didn't see me do it, but I did. I washed my hands before I got started with the video, or with the cooking process. Wipe my hands with. And I'm just gonna use my handheld mixer to get this started. I'm gonna put it on low and then start mixing the butter. Add my eggs. That's the lowest setting for the for this mixer. Let me get something to wipe the sides down. So I'm just gonna wipe the sides down as I go. To mix this until everything is creamy. Now I'm going to add in, let's see, I'm going to add in my sour cream. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my milk too. And it says you need to add in vanilla extract. Just added all of my wet ingredients together. Now, you can do yours however way you want it. That's how I'm going to do mine. Okay, so I think everything is combined good enough. I think everything is combined well enough for what I need. So I'm just gonna scrape down the sides. Make sure I got everything from the bottom. Then we're gonna go to the next step. So now I think everything is mixed pretty good. Well, it's mixed well enough for me. I'm going to go to the next step now. Before I mix the wet and dry ingredients together, I'm going to take my washed blueberries. This is about a cup of blueberries, and I'm going to coat them with this flour. So you want to be real gentle with your berries, else they'll smush up. These came out of the freezer. I had them frozen, but they're gone, so I still have to be careful. So I'm just gonna just drop them in there. And try to keep from smushing them all up in the process. Use this fork. Get them out of there. toss them around so that they all are coated. Popping all over the place. The ones that are stuck together because they're frozen, I'm just going to try to take them apart and get everything good and coated. Okay, so now that they're coated, we're going to go to the next step. I'm going to take my lemon extract and I'm going to add that to the wet ingredients before I mix the wet ingredients with the dry. Take a spoon and just mix it all in there. Now we're going to mix the wet and the dry. Use a fork to mix everything together, get it all wet, get the flour well incorporated into the wet ingredients. I made these blueberries before, and I think that recipe said try not to work the flour and the wet mixture too much because you don't want it to be a tough muffin. I think that's what they said. So just work it enough to get all of your ingredients combined, and make sure you got everything from the bottom too, all of the dry from the bottom. Sometimes when you're mixing like this, you still have flour at the bottom. My grandson is fussy, so you might hear him in the background. So I'm going to take and wipe that off. Get that off of there. And now we're going to mix in the berries. Again, you have to be very careful because they are so easy to smush. So I'm just going to toss them in a few at a time. And I don't like a lot of blueberries in mine. I just like enough to get a bite each muffin maybe. Some people like a lot, but try to get as much flour off of your blueberries as you can, because you don't want to have too much flour added to your batter, extra flour added to your batter. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to gently mix them up. See how I'm doing? Just gently. You're really just trying to fold them into the batter without getting them all smooshed. That's kind of hard to do, especially if they're fresh berries, or if you had them frozen and they're thawing out. Makes it kind of hard to get them all blended in without everything smooshing up. But just take your time. Probably should have used a spoon to start with, but I didn't want to smush everything. So I'm just going to go in with the spoon so that I can finish getting everything blended together. And then we're going to start putting the batter into the tin. So the direction says that the oven should be set for 425. So I'm going to go ahead and set the oven for 425. So we have that set. We'll move on to the next thing. Pans prepped. I have my tins in the pan. Okay, now that we have everything mixed together, we're going to start putting the batter in the tin, in the pan. I'm going to try to use this to do it, so we'll see how that works. Let's take a scoop, and I'm going to use this too to try to get it all with. I'm just going to start by putting one scoop in each tin, and then if I want to add some, I'll do that. Try not to get it on your pan if you can. That'll be less cleanup if you can do it without getting it all over your pan. Sometimes that's impossible, but if you can, that's just a tip. Friendly tip. Ooh, this is a thick batter. Let's see what it's gonna do. Put a little more in this one. To the next one. So I followed the directions the way it said to go, so I guess this batter is supposed to be thick like this. I can't remember from the last time I made muffins. It's been such a long time, but I guess we'll see how it turns out. Ice cream scoop that I'm using, you guys. Found it at the Dollar Tree. So, whatever works. Some of these muffins are going to be really big whenever they rise. So it's probably best that you don't fill them to the rim like I'm doing. One more. Well, actually, I have enough, I think, for 2 more, but only 1 more in this tin, and then I'll have to put the last bit in when this finished baking, because I don't have another muffin tin. I need to invest in a larger tin so I can just bake everything at the same time and be done. I'm so impatient. You know what? I'm just gonna fill them up. Add a little more into this one, and then I'm gonna add some more into this one, and that way I don't have to be done. Okay, so we're done filling in the muffin tins. And this is what it looks like. It's really not doing any good to pat it down because the batter is so thick. So I'm just gonna put it in there like that and see what it does. So I have to, let's see what the direction says. So the direction says to temperature up to 425 and then reduce the temperature to 350. So now I have the muffin pans filled with the muffin mix. The next thing I have to do is I'm going to put these in the oven for 5 minutes at 425. After the first 5 minutes at 425, I'm going to reduce the temperature down to 325 and then I'm going to let it go from 18 to 20 minutes. Set my timer for 5 minutes. Okay, you guys, here are our muffins fresh out of the oven, and they look amazing. So this is one of the muffins fresh out of the oven. I'm just gonna let you guys see what it looks like on the inside of it. Peel it a little, and I'm gonna cut it. Oh, that looks nice. So I'm just gonna cut it down the center. See that? That's what it looks like on the inside. Just gonna do a taste test. Really don't want to be on the camera, but so you can see me take a taste. See. It has a good flavor, but it's not as moist as I would like it to be. It's okay, but it's not what I want it to be. Maybe once they cool down, I'll get the true flavor, because you know when you're tasting something when it's just straight out the grease or straight out of the oven, sometimes it doesn't taste right. The flavors have to settle down. But it is a good muffin. It is a good muffin. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to visit my channel and to view this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again. Have a blessed day.